Hey everybody, so I want to talk about composite functions a little bit because I know we got a little bit rushed during class, but I'm hoping this will help you with your homework tonight. So I'm just going to give a couple examples here of we're given f of x is equal to 2x plus 1 and g of x is equal to x minus 7. And our first problem we have to do is f plus g of 2. Keep in mind that's the same as f of 2 plus g of 2. So what I would love for you to do is come up to the side of your paper and say, okay, well, what is f of 2? Well, right here, I take f of 2, and wherever there's an x in my f function, I put a 2 in, so it's going to be 2 times 2 plus 1, and I'm going to get 5. And then again, off to the side of your paper, since I need to know in my calculations, I need to know the answer or the number that represents g of 2, go to your g function and put a 2 in there, and it's 2 minus 7, so that's negative 5. So f of 2 can be replaced with 5 that we calculated, plus g of 2 can be calculated, or replaced, with negative 5. So our actual answer for f of 2 plus g of 2 is actually going to be 0. So take a moment and process, see how you feel about that. And then we're going to move on to this next one, which is f minus g of negative 3, which is the same as f of negative 3 minus g of negative 3. So again, come off to the side of your paper and say, okay, I'm going to find f of negative 3, get a value there. So it's 2 times negative 3 plus 1, which will give you negative 5. And then g of negative 3 is negative 3 minus 7, which is negative 10. So substitute in your value for f of negative 3, it's negative 5, minus g of negative 3 is negative 10. So negative 5 minus negative 10, that becomes a plus sign, and your final answer here is going to be 5. And then same thing with number 3. This means f times g of 0, so it becomes f of 0 times g of 0. So I say again, calculate f of 0 off to the side. 2 times 0 plus 1 gives you 1, and g of 0 is 0 minus 7, which is negative 7. So f of 0, I know, is actually the number 1, times g of 0, which is negative 7. So 1 times negative 7 gives you negative 7 is your final answer. And then same thing with this last example, it is f of 1 divided by g of 1. So again, come off to the side of your paper and say, okay, well, f of 1 is 2 times 1 plus 1, which is 3. G of 1 is 1 minus 7, which is negative 6. So f of 1 I'm going to replace with the number 3 over g of 1, which is negative 6, and just reduce, and you're going to end up with negative 1/2. So I hope this helps with the first part of your homework.